On today's episode of the Command Center podcast, we've got To the Moon.
Yes.
And we talk about who's got that Doge in them. We got Micah Parsons to the Packers. We got a great quarterback in Jordan Love. How do we slow both of those guys down? And then we got hell yeah
and hell no.
And Tana says he's not fast.
Yeah.
It all starts right now. Welcome to the Command Center podcast. We are in the Big Bear AI Command Center studio, guys, and it's so fun to be in here.
Yes.
After a win.
Yes.
On a short week, heading into Thursday night. I mean, there's just so much football to be excited about today.
Have y'all ever had a week this short? Do you remember? Now, all of us played Thursday games before, but have you had one this short?
I mean,
100 hours.
They're all this short, right?
Yeah, I think what he's trying to say, have we ever had one this short, this early?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It feel like you just started the season and then now you got to play in 2 weeks, 2 days.
But I guess that'd be the best time to have it. I don't know.
I guess because you this is the healthiest you're gonna be.
Yeah.
All right, you still got your feet under you. All right, but I think the coaches did a good job of playing a lot of players in the first game.
Yeah.
So no one person was wore out, and I think that was by design. But come on, you play a Sunday game. And you got to realize you're traveling Wednesday.
Yeah.
Like you're literally traveling 72 hours after your game.
It's crazy. I mean, I was talking to my wife, and she's like, when are you leaving? I'm like, and I was like, I'm leaving tomorrow. We're leaving tomorrow. So I mean, so we're filming the show on Tuesday, obviously. But yeah, it was it's crazy. It's crazy turnaround. But I think there's a lot of cool stuff to talk about from the Giants game. And because it is a short week, we're going to kind of do a quick recap and then kind of bump into kind of a Packers preview as best we can. Kind of get you best of both worlds here. So what we're going to do for our preview is we're going to go to the moon, which is Hannah's kind of stock market segment, because as you know, Tana's a big investment guy.
Yeah.
And Tana, if he sits you down and he gives you some advice about real estate, about some type of stock he's talking about, probably should take it because he knows what he's talking about. So we're going to apply that same knowledge and principle to our Giants recap. Just have a going to have a little bit of fun.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street.
I wish.
All right. So the first one you going to do it? Okay. So the first one is he got that Doge in him, meaning someone with unexpected value, under the radar kind of guy.
Yeah.
And why is that, Ten? Is Doge under the radar? I feel like everyone's talking about Doge.
It hasn't been the same from the past, I guess you can say 3 or 4 years, but it still exists. The Dogecoin was the thing that everybody was trying to pump at one point in time. People were throwing their whole life savings into the thing. Saying one day it's going to hit.
It didn't work out like
I'm buying it right now. I'm buying it at 2 cents. It's going to hit. And, so when you look at it and you kind of, I guess you can say, related to the players, you say, who's a guy that you can get right now for cheap that has his values to the moon?
Who wasn't a high pick for fantasy football that you think is still available and still got worth to it?
And I ever told you, I have a hard time with fantasy football. I have a hard time conceptually with it.
You both, brother.
Because
it's no science to it.
Well, because it's I know that guy's a good football player. Yeah. And I know he's better than this other guy, but he got less points this week.
Yeah.
I have such a hard time with that.
Well, that's because he played against a better defense.
Or he didn't get targets or whatever. I don't know.
Think about it if you had Terry McLaurin.
Yeah.
All right. You know he's one of the best. He ain't get you many points to win. All right, but guess who did? Debo Samuel got you tons of points. So it's no science to it. That's why when people say I won my league, I look at them like you really won nothing.
It's just like you rolled the dice.
You rolled the dice and a 7 hit.
Depending on what they had, in store for the winner. Because some of these guys now they have it where you can win money, you can win trips. So depending on what your league look like when it comes to all the stuff that you can get, first place, second place, third place, you try a little hard. We don't try that hard because we don't have no special gifts.
I think they base it now for the loser having to do some stuff that's real humiliating.
You know how we do that thing where we walk through Northwest Stadium for their fantasy drafts?
Yeah.
I walked into one of those, and they had a punishment thing, and they had pictures of all the punishments they were showing me on their phone.
Yeah.
And one of them was eating a dead snake.
Oh, Lord.
And I was just like...
One of them had the loser had to run 5 miles while drinking milk.
Oh, yeah.
Then I was a part of one that I lost. And I had to go out. I had to take myself out to eat at a steakhouse with a stuffed bear. I had to put the stuffed bear right there, and I had to eat dinner with the stuffed bear.
Did you? I would have took that any day because that's a little light.
That's light, but it's also easy because no one's going to bother you. They're like, that guy's crazy.
Yeah, but they're going to look at me like,
Fred, though.
Fred
and you know he gonna make
has lost his mind.
He going to make a joke or something. Like, come on over here and eat with us. You know, he going to make some humor out of it.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, anyway, fantasy football digression there. So, yeah, who's got that Doge in him? And so, again, someone that you could get for kind of cheap, buy low, high reward on investment. Tana, do you want to start us off?
I mean, we have some guys here, and I think the first one that stood out to me off the chart is Will Harris.
Oh, yes, sir.
I mean, you look at Will Harris, you're talking about the defensive backs coming into the season, and he was one of those ones that everybody was like, damn, but we ain't pick up Chin, though. Like, do you think are we sure about this guy? And we were sure. We watched a lot of football last year. We even watched this guy play against us last year and knew what he brought to the party. And I think out the gate, week one, you saw his impact immediately. I think one of the things that stand out to me the most is not only can he cover, in space, but this guy can honestly go out there and cover.
He's a hitter, man.
In the slot or be down there in the box.
And he played with that intensity. He played with that excitement.
Dude, how about that tackle that he had on Russell Wilson when he scrambled into the end zone?
Yeah.
Like that play is so hard to make. Yeah. Russell Wilson in space, you're coming downhill, so usually you see just a tackle there.
Yeah.
Great job. Yeah. Everyone's gonna clap it up. He unloaded on that dude.
Yeah.
Balls out. And I'm just like, that's a different type of athlete in the secondary.
I will one up your Will Harris with a one Dietrich Wise.
Oh yeah.
That's where I'm going. And listen. I don't know if y'all ever seen this shoe, but we can live in it. Me, you, Logan, we can just move in this shoe.
It's long.
I'm telling you, like
painted red to look like somebody I know.
I'm just telling you, this dude to me he was all over the place.
Yeah, he was.
Like, and this is the difference. And I'm not hating on Fowler, but this is the difference in somebody stout at the point of attack.
Yeah.
Like you're not getting around the edge with Dietrich Wise around there.
And the other thing about him that I think people sleep on is he comes from New England. Yeah. Incredibly detailed. When you're watching the game, that shows up in everything he does.
Everything he does.
Hey, we get naked keeper away. Yeah. How many times last year did we see certain guys on this team run down and we lose contain on the quarterback and he's out there and Dietrich is at home, feet in concrete. Yeah. I got the cutback, but I could also play the quarterback. And then there's stuff on the first, second down where he is absolutely
just manhandling.
Just like as a tight end watching. Yeah. It's like tight end like it's like your worst nightmare. Long, big, powerful dude.
Heavy hands.
Yeah. But tell me this though, and I'm glad you brought it up, and I don't want to be too long on this, but how hard is it to know that it's 11 of us? Yeah. Why not do my job right? You know what I'm saying? Why not be the one that you can't get to him before the other guys? Because if a guy running away from me, if I'm on the defensive line and the guy running away from me, why try to go underneath instead of going over the top to be there at home?
Well, Santana,
I don't get it. I never got that.
It felt like
I'm asking you because I know you done probably been in them shoes before.
Santana, if common sense was coming.
All right. Like we had a saying, common sense ain't coming no more, right?
It's just not one of those things. It's always going to be one guy on your defense.
How, man?
He got here playing his way. Yeah. He going to continue to play his way. Man, like, one thing I knew about this is my guy. I love Bruce Smith to death. Yeah. But by the time I made it to play with Bruce Smith.
This is a good story.
Bruce was chasing the sack record. Yeah. It'll be first down.
What did he tell you, though? He'd be like, you had someone on the team that told you something like, just be ready. You got to.
No. Marco Cole was like, you gonna play that run this year, boy. And I was like, what you mean? He like, you playing right corner? And I like, yeah. He like, Bruce on your side, right? Listen, we would come off, it'll be first down. Run down, Bruce swimming. And guess who got to tackle that run? I had 90 tackles as a rookie.
You did not.
No. I had 89 tackles. I give myself 90 because I know they shorted me one. Listen,
you had 90 tackles,
man, I was getting drugged.
90? I did not know that, bro.
I tackled so much it was a shame.
Did you know that?
Never knew it.
Dude, as a corner?
I told you I don't give Fred a lot of credit, man. Fred got a lot of credit he's due because
man, listen,
not only did you lead in picks, you had all the tackles.
You remember Azaria Thomas from Florida State last year?
Tall.
Yeah, so he had 70 tackles at Florida State. Yeah. And they play a cover two. They're the force player in the defense.
I understand that in cover two.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you're just in like some normal man coverage stuff.
But my defensive end, he had a mission. and his mission was to go get that work.
Yeah, so
all right.
So that's why it's so important to have a guy like Dietrich Wise.
Yes,
I think that's
small
great.
things.
Yeah.
Because he gonna do the small things, and they not gonna show up on his stats. Like they're not gonna show up on his stat that he stayed backside.
Yeah,
it ain't.
And again, like he actually impressed me as a pass rusher too. Just compressing the pocket. Like talk about Russell Wilson trying to get out of there. Like that thing was constricting like a noose.
Yes, that was.
And he's a big part of that. So I think that's a great one. I feel like this is cheating a little bit because like if you don't know this is valuable, like kind of joke's on you. But John Bates, I got to go with my guy.
Well, because he ain't sexy.
Yeah.
But like if you don't.
But I think when you look at, we talk about it all the time, developmental players or how you develop, how a player gets developed. You know, what he looks like, what it's supposed to look like. I think if you had to pull a page open in the book and say, that word development is there, John Bates would be that person. Like he would be equals a guy like John Bates.
Yeah.
Seeing how far he's come from year one to now. And when we talk about, you know, a guy being developed in this league as a tight end, you'll think that's more so talking about catching the balls, running routes.
That ain't what it's about.
He can do all that.
Yeah.
But what I've seen that's jumped off, I don't know if I'm not saying he didn't have it, but the dude's playing like somebody gave him a backbone that he can't never worry about him more losing because he's playing with something like, you know, remember how coaches say you got to play with that? What Coach Gibbs used to say you got to play with that? He wanted you to hit him in the chin. He said, you got to play with that burr or something like that.
We need them to know they played us.
Yeah.
Right? They need to leave here bumped and bruised.
That's how John Bates come to the game. And I'm going to let you finish, but he's been playing some lights out football.
I feel like this. I call him Bates Motel for a reason. Because once he let that defense end check into that motel, he ain't never leaving again.
He ain't leaving again.
You don't leave Bates Motel. Like, you know the movie. Like, once you check in, it's over with.
Yeah.
You a dead man.
Yeah.
Right? And if Bates get his hands on you,
it's a wrap.
You have officially died.
Yeah.
Right? He's a better version of Logan.
It's Logan. I was going to say it's Logan-esque. It's Logan-esque. I was just about to say, when I look at him, I'm like, damn, that's Logan all over again out there.
Because I will say this about him. He's taller than I was. Yeah. He's longer than I am. He's got great bend. Like he does a lot of, like he had on Bill's touchdown. He had the front side linebackers running through on a gap scheme run.
They moved him in motion, right?
Yeah, they're running through on the gap scheme run. I'll tell you, this is so hard to do. You're tracking all the way back, right? He triggers downhill. He gets his hat across, keeps it flat on a guy that's running, kind of hitting you on the side.
Yeah,
like he just does stuff technically that's really hard to do, and no one sees it.
No,
just gloss over that thing.
He won't get no love for it. Yeah. He ain't gonna be no Pro Bowls from this. Ain't gonna be nothing. But his team knows his value, and that's all that matters to a football player.
Do you think also when it comes down to some of the things he's doing, do he think he's in the room with Bobby Johnson a lot? You know, with that offensive line coach, just because I feel like they have to be in unison. So when you was blocking, you know, as a tight end, did you spend time in the offensive line?
I think that's the thing about the tight end coach. You got to have a good one, and that's one of the reasons I think tight end coaches progress.
Yeah,
because he would, like Sean McVay was my coach, John Embry was my coach. I had some really smart dudes in that room. Frank Smith, who's the offensive coordinator now for Miami, smart guys, right? The thing is, like, they got to install the pass protection stuff. They got to install the run game, and it's got to be on the same page with that off. And then you got to install the pass game stuff.
So basically, they just got to be a whisper of what the offense
of what the offense is, of what the offense is, right?
In its totality.
And so people say, Logan, like, how do you know so much about football? It's like you kind of had to know it because that's the position. Yeah. Also, Fred, I got some bad news.
What?
I'm sorry to say this, dude. So we have Jason, you know, he's in the studio.
My damn God.
And so he just said, you heard it, Tanner, he had 90 tackles, right?
I said damn near.
He said 89, but he wanted one more.
He wanted more, right? And so Fred, his rookie year, which is what you're talking about, right?
Yes. First of all, let me say this beforehand. I hate Jason.
Let me go ahead. Hang my hat. It's so hard.
I hate Jason. Jason Johnson.
Yeah.
Because he don't fact check nobody but me. Well, he don't fact check talent.
When you said 90 tackles, bro, I was like, that's crazy. Like, why are we not talking about that anymore? And so your rookie year.
I exaggerated a little bit. I said damn near 90
so
tackles.
How many tackles do you think you had?
On the head? Probably 61.
Okay, what if I told you it was 33?
They ain't got the numbers right. I jumped on more piles than that. Come on now.
Okay, but in 2002.
As criminal.
You had 62.
Okay. That's more like it.
Listen.
I give him a window. 60 and 90.
When I get that little weasel laugh out of him, I hate Jason Johnson.
It's a big number. It's a big discrepancy.
Huge, though, bro.
62 is good.
30 is even huge. That's more like a rookie number of tackling. When you said 90, I was like, man, you should have been a Pro Bowler. You had 5
90 tackles, bro.
We know you had 5 picks that year, right?
How many other turnovers did I have in fumble recoveries?
They'll look it up. We'll get back to it.
Look at that.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. I mean, no one's disputing you were a good player, Fred. You just threw out a number. I was like, "There's no way." Like,
hey, dog.
And I believed it. I believed it, though. I believed it.
I was run day ball.
I was like, "Wow." Fred was 5 interceptions.
So that's
and a fumble recovery.
Hey, as a corner, I take 5 picks and 30 tackles any day.
No,
any day.
But
90 and 5. Boy, look here. Ronnie Lotson. 90 tackles. Boy, Ronnie Lott's son, Rondé Barber's son.
Junior
I'm like, we should probably be talking about that more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm glad you didn't say that around London and Sean.
That was so
boy,
funny.
if London would have heard that, I'm glad
London was like, what? Man, no, he ain't getting no 90. No. Hey,
that boy ain't hit nobody.
That was a pretty good London, Tana.
Boy.
I always forget that he's got that artist.
He got London and Sean pretty down pat.
Dude, his Sean is funny. His Sean's funny. His London's funny. All right, we got sidetracked a little bit there.
Sean didn't go 5 and 5 though. Sean went 5 picks, 5 sacks.
Oh, real?
Yeah, he went 5 picks, 5 sacks.
All right, the next one we got for our To the Moon segment is the hold, right?
Yeah.
So avoid decisions based on short-term swings. Yeah. So we saw some stuff. I'll throw one out there. Yeah. Saw a lot of penalties.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, I got in the comments, everyone's like, oh my gosh, a lot of penalties. Oh, what's the offense going to be this year? Hey, not that worried about it.
Calm down.
I trust Dan Quinn, trust this coaching staff. They'll get that worked out. They're so conscientious about that stuff. And again, you saw at points last year, they had little spats where their penalty number got high. Next week would go down. So I'm just trusting the process that they had.
And it's week 1.
Yeah.
Like, don't overdo it.
Yeah.
Like sometimes people got to realize you can't, just because they give you a first taste of what they are, we're going to get better.
Yeah.
Like nobody wants to peak in week 1.
Yeah.
Like we want to peak in December, in January, but not now. You don't want paralysis by over-analysis. You just don't want that.
It is week 1. Don't make a lot of heft.
And it's like one of those things, too. Like you see so many different companies that you trade or you get into because of what their potential is going to be. You know what I mean? You don't sit there and say, well, if I put this couple of, dollars in today, come Friday, I should be a millionaire. No, you're looking at potential.
Yeah.
So when you look at what we're doing potentially, we understand that when you saw what we did last year, we displayed that whatever we messed up the next week we got better. You know? So when you look at penalties, when you look at, not being that efficient sometime in the passing game, when you look at all those different things that Jaden himself said that he felt that was sloppy, just know they're going to correct it. Yeah. So you have to look at it and say, okay, I want to invest in this because I understand that it's a growth stock.
Yeah.
And I got time to grow.
And the other thing, too, is despite all that, there were moments in this game where the offense looked amazing.
Unstoppable.
Yeah.
Like that Zach Ertz touchdown drive, that running the keeper, corner to Moore, little drift pass to Noah Brown. Yeah. Got that creative quarterback run for 8. Zach Ertz dicing up the backup linebacker.
The crazy Debo motion, because I was trying to take myself in the head of a corner that's falling.
That had 90 tackles,
shut up. All right, check this out.
Shut up.
When he did that little funky motion where he would motion across the line of screen, but then go
wrap
behind, that puts you as a corner at middle linebacker.
Yeah. You got to make that tackle.
That puts you at a very odd situation right there.
It puts everybody in an odd situation.
You know what that is? You know what that's like? And I love it because London pointed that out yesterday, talking about how they ran it a few times just to see what you was going to do.
Yeah.
And that's how the market is sometimes. You're going to get there. It's going to hit here. See how many people going to come on. See how many people going to bet on it because it's going high. Yeah. Then by lunchtime, we're going to go back down here. We're going to get back to regular. Yeah. It's going to come back up. See how many people going to buy. Just when they don't buy in, the thing gonna run. Yeah, and that's what happened. Yeah. Debo got a chance to say, you know what? There ain't too many people buy in. Let me go ahead and let me rise now, and he got a touchdown out of it. So I'm only talking like this because we talking about this in this era.
You in your bag.
No, but I'm like,
you know what I'm saying? And that's how you see. I try to watch the offense. I mean, honestly, when you watch different things going on, I take all you guys' takes and I put in my head because I'm watching it like, oh, this is what Fred talked about. This is what Logan talked about. This is what London talked about. And that's what I love to see about what we do because it's the potential part of it. That's why we're talking about how far can Cliff get into his bag.
Yeah.
And that was one of the plays there that shows you, man, this is week 1, this is what we're doing already.
Yeah, I did feel like he was in his bag quite a bit. And the fact they're doing it all from like no huddle is crazy. Like I think about that sometimes.
They just tell you Jaden's intelligent.
No, I was going to say too, don't the one that was to me was the most outstanding play of all of them, and I don't want to say this because it's easy to talk about Jaden. He does everything right. The one he checked out of and took a dive right up the middle. Yeah. And it was crazy because who that was? Dieter got in front of him and hit him.
He bumped
out and still made about 10 yards out of it?
The one that I love is when Brian Burns is chasing him and he looks back at Brian Burns and smiles. And I was the joker on the field. Like I embraced being that villain. Yeah. And for that slight second, he had this look in his eye like, I enjoy being the villain.
Whatever it was, he took Brian Burns off. After the game,
Brian Burns was snapped.
Brian Burns like, yeah, he want to be our friend. He a cool dude, but I ain't trying to talk to him. Hey, that's how you know you took somebody off.
No. Yeah, that's when your soul has left the body.
So another one I throw out here is, again, just based on comments, I see a lot of people freaking out about this, is Josh Connolly. Yeah. I actually thought
he played well.
It wasn't perfect, and I think he'd tell you the same thing.
It was not.
But I think there's
a lot of great things.
Like good in the run game. I think the other thing is, so when you're watching offensive linemen, there's like a minimum threshold you got to meet, right? And sometimes you watch a guy and you're like, I don't think he's got it. And that freaks me out.
I told you about Kenyon Green. I told you I didn't think he had anything.
And he didn't have it.
All right.
And so didn't have it. Clearly, he's been cut twice. But so what I'd say about Connolly is you see it. You see the foot speed, you see the angle, you see the bend, you see the length of the punch. He's a young guy still working out the punch timing, that kind of thing. But you see the threshold. And you're like, okay. For what he looked like week 1 at training camp to what he looks like now.
Totally different.
Every week this dude has just gotten better. So I'm like, everyone says, oh, I'm gonna hold that.
Gotta hold.
Because I think it's got great value.
You gotta also think too, and I want you to finish, but he's playing a new position basically. You know, he's on a new side.
Great point.
He gotta learn how to backward skate using another leg. Yeah. You ever skate in the skate now and my skate ring and you I can't do it on this side as good as I do it on this side.
I done threw the skate off, let it roll 10 miles and put my foot right back in and kept on skating.
That's like them 90 tackles you had. You telling the big field. Oh my God.
Oh gosh.
And I felt like Brian Burns pulled an OG move because when you're a veteran you can do this. Because I was asking myself before the game, is Brian Burns gonna say, "Hey, rookie, you get over there with Tunsil.
Yeah.
I'm going to get over here with the rookie."
Felt like that.
And I felt like this is what happened. I felt like it was an OG move. But let me go over here with the young guy and take him down through here.
Yeah. So I think a couple things, again, third down percentage, I think that's going to get better.
Yeah.
There were 0 fourth down attempts. I think that's also going to get better. It's week 1. The offense is still working through some stuff.
Calm down.
And I think they still look pretty good at times, even having some of these issues. So, let's hold it. I'm holding the offense. I'm investing in that thing.
Yeah.
It's going to pay dividends down the road. All right. Tendies. Profit made from trading. Now, is there a player that you felt like had good value off of a trade?
So I'm going to tell you like this.
Okay.
When I'm one of those guys, I like income stocks. I like stocks where, look here, man, if I ain't working one day, I ain't working one day, I'm going to put some money up that I can always rely on. I'm going to get a check either monthly. I don't like the ones weekly because weekly, that's high volatility. You don't want to mess with none that's very volatile. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So you say, you know what, them weekly paying stocks, I'm going to stay away from y'all because y'all up and down. I can't trust you. Yeah. Monthly, they have a lot of them that's volatile too, but there's some that been paying you since we was in Pampers. So I can deal with those. And then you have those ones that play quarterly that I love, or the ones that plays, annually. Quarterly, the monthly, quarterly, annual ones, you can always find some safe ones in there. When I look at what we do, or what we did trade-wise, you look at a guy like Tunsil, you look at a guy like Debo. I'm going to throw these two names out there already because they was given to us. And I ain't have to go out there and look for none.
And we didn't trade a lot.
Those dividend-paying stocks are paying at a high value. You hear me?
2 Pro Bowlers.
2 Pro Bowlers. And all you got to do is say, yeah, what? I'm going to sit... Hey, what you paying me today, Ryan? Oh, okay, I'm going to take that. I'm going to sit it right here for the week. I ain't going to touch it. I'll come back to it next year. dividends all day, dividends all week, dividends all month. However you want to call it. Those two stocks there, Tunsil and Debo.
Yeah.
Go ahead and cash out.
Ain't too much bad you can say about them stocks. There's IBM.
I mean, think about
there's Apple.
Think about week 1 though. Like them coming out the gate.
Yes.
I wasn't expecting. So Tunsil, man, he is like when.
Because see, you watch those guys very closely. What was it like for you,
dude? So this happened twice. So he's working with Brandon Coleman. They haven't worked together. Everyone's like, oh, what's their chemistry gonna be like? So they're running ET, Abdul Carter. I forget Dexter Lawrence. Someone coming around ET here. This dude sets that inside move so well. Keeps it so flat. He basically hands it to Coleman, who's in a bad position.
Yeah.
He's sitting there, hand on, eyes watching the looper. He's coming late, and he just blocks 2 people. And he did it twice.
Yeah.
He did it twice.
Yeah.
Man, everyone talks about having a playmaker at left tackle, like a Trent Williams, a Tristan Wirfs. Penei Sewell plays right, Lane Johnson plays right. Yeah. But they can just... They can change. He made Brandon Coleman better right there.
Yes.
You didn't even know that happened.
Yeah.
And I just think about like that is awesome to watch his ability. You know what I'm saying? And like talk about money in the bank. That's exactly right. Like think about what Cliff can do. Screens, outside zone. They pulled him a couple times to the perimeter. You did a great job with that. So I'm just like, man.
Did they pull him on that Debo play?
I think it was the Debo touchdown,
Yeah, the Debo touchdown. So there go your 2 tradies working together right there. Like that's how what we give a third and a fifth or something.
I think the trade value is crazy because it's like they're doing pick swaps now a lot, and then there's stuff from 2026 that we gave up. So I don't know.
Yeah. It don't matter what it was.
But to me, like think about it. Like to your point, Fred, like those guys, that's a stock. If we're making this analogy, that is never for sale.
Never.
Because it is so valuable.
That's McDonald's.
So and we get it, and it's like, oh, look at us. Now we've got that stock. So and then the Debo one, that was even crazier to me.
Oh my God!
Like just how well Cliff used him.
Yeah,
it was unbelievable.
Like it was almost like Terry. We know where you've been at. We know we gonna see you real soon. But right now, I got this. I've been out here brewing. I've been out here working with these guys the whole off season, and you was going through your little thing, which we
Let's get you back in here.
But we gonna let you slow. We gonna slow play you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You know, so we gonna talk about Terry like you on the crap tape.
Yeah,
we gonna keep rolling until we hit our mark.
Yeah.
Debo was ready. He was sitting there. They've been doing this with Debo, and then everybody had crossed on him. Yeah. But he sat back patiently. He put in the work, and voila.
And he did it in special teams too. He was returning kicks outside. I was shocked.
2 kick return for 50 yards, and you was a leading receiver.
I was shocked to see him back there. Like I didn't know he was going to be back there.
Watching him return kicks is crazy.
Yeah.
Like you know, B. Mitch is always talking about like get downhill, attack the return. Yeah. There is no flinch.
They ain't want to even get in his way at that time. I'm like, that's Debo. Like, they heard that bite.
Defensive backs don't like it. They don't like it.
They heard that bite, man.
But I mean, like talking about just a fearless competitor. You know, like there's certain guys where you're like, I'd love to play with that guy.
Yeah.
Like, he reminds me a little bit like of Pierre Garçon, like just like a dog.
Just a dog.
I haven't like. It's crazy you say that too, because like I don't. You know, Pierre was one of those guys. He was so quiet, you almost thought he was mean. Yeah. Until you talk to him. He's like,
awesome,
he's
giggly as can be.
He's educated as all outdoors. He's even proper when he want to be. You know what I mean? I haven't heard that. I haven't seen that look from him that I got from Pierre. Like Pierre, you knew how to mess with, and he's a Florida boy too. So I just knew we wired a little different. But when I talked to him on the Players Club this week, man, like that's the first thing I asked him. Like, you know, what is it about you being able to do more? And he was like, quite frankly, honestly, I was a running back first. Yeah. But then I went to a school where the coach said, man, I'm just going to put you everywhere. Yeah. And he said some games when they played somebody tough at receiver, he played corner. Yeah. Or he played safety. Yeah. Or he played receiver. So he's gotten that he's a football player. Yeah. And the way he does his thing is because he had that mentality like, look, it don't matter what. If you want me to sit here on this edge and be the wing back, I can be the wing back if you need me.
I bet he had 90 tackles in one of his games. I bet he had.
He might.
He might have. You did.
Okay, so now the last segment is to the moon. Players who are going to be superstar. Right, they're on a rocket ship. They're the arrow. What do they call that? It's a green arrow. It's pointing up.
It's very bullish.
Very, very bullish.
Very bullish.
That's why Tana's the best for this segment.
Yeah, most definitely. So I start this out with my birthday twin, Quan Martin.
Ooh, I like that one.
He born on the right day of the year. He got the right attitude. And he got this subtleness to him. And how could they take this man? Interceptions are hard to get.
Yeah.
Now, I know Bobby Wagner patted Russell on the head just a tad bit, but you don't take that pick away for that.
Yeah.
You don't take that pick away for that, man. Come on now.
Well, you know, Quan Martin, speaking of Quan Martin, I'm glad you started with him because Quan Martin, when we're talking of, I guess you can say when you're investing, if you're talking about the markets, the different markets that they have out there, it's only two that I'm kind of dabbling in, and that's the stock market or I'm in the crypto. And I look at Quan Martin like a cryptocurrency that you just know it's finna blow sooner or later. Everybody and mama talking about it. So he's my XRP. He's the guy that I know, you know what, it's good. It's not cheap, but it ain't expensive. And if I put the right amount of dollar here, when it rises just a little bit, before you know it, because we know he done rose every year.
Every year he got better.
He gonna get that payday. And that's what's coming with Quan. Man, out the gate. We talked about this guy playing last year with his shoulder, strapped to his body because something's wrong with it. And immediately I seen this guy. You know, I saw a guy, I forgot the guy's name is. We'll come to it. We'll come back to that. He was talking about how our defensive line played. And in the midst of him talking about how good Kinlaw and Dedrick Wise and all that Payne, you see Quan in there stuffing something like he was a D lineman. He came from high to the box. So that, man, it's amazing. What Joe Witt has right now when it comes to the stable of guys he have, and Quan being his safety or his rover or whatever he wanted to use him as, man. Yeah, he's amazing. He's an XRP for me.
No, I think that's a good one, Fred. You got one, Tanner, that you want?
Yeah, well, I just told you we in crypto. We talking about cryptocurrency, and you know, crypto is that stuff, man, that people can't believe is here. They can't believe it just came about this way, and everybody's like, is it for real or? Should I really
They don't believe it because they can't touch, see, or feel it.
And that's what I feel about this kid. This guy here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's out there. We don't heard of it. Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
None other than Jaden Daniels. He's my Bitcoin.
That's the Jedi coin right there.
They can't believe who he is. They like, well, he was a runner in college. Oh, no, he can throw the ball. We told y'all he can throw the ball. He's dissecting defenses. Oh, no, he was a runner, though. No, he can do both. He's what the other Hall of Famers are saying are prototype now at that position. That's why he's that guy that right now he's getting a little bit expensive. But guess what? You still could put that check in him because it's going to grow. And sooner or later, you're going to believe in what we told you before. Bet on JD5, my Bitcoin.
Listen, I seen him force choke Brian Barnes.
He said,
just like that. Right? Listen, this kid is magical. That's all I'm saying. He makes the unbelievable believable. All right? He changed the whole franchise. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, he's a franchise changer. All right. So I think he's going a little bit past the moon. I'm talking about to Jupiter.
Oh, man.
To the stars, maybe.
Another galaxy?
He going to a total.
Kind of feels like he's taking us all there with him.
Sirius B?
I got a couple guys. I'm just going to throw their names out there. I'm going to say the interior defensive line, Javon Kinlaw, Daron Payne.
Talk about him.
Like so I feel like
what would they be in your
my portfolio? So I just feel like they're the what's a good example? You made the crypto. No, because they no one. How many people right now prior to this year had Javon Kinlaw stock?
No. We had to answer all offseason why we pay him that much money. We had to,
you know what I'm saying?
All right, so let's look for a stock that people might look at and say is overpriced, but we know it's going to be well worth it at the end. Tesla.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like, we're in on it. And dude, he paid dividends. No one was talking about Daron Payne. Both those guys had dominant performances on the interior of the defensive line, man. Like, I just, again, and the fact that, like, Adam Peters was on a show this week on the radio, and he was like, think about it. Kinlaw didn't have a rookie offseason because of COVID. His second year he was hurt, right? His first true offseason year was with the Jets, and he played better that year.
Played real good.
And then now this is his second offseason year, and it just looks like that dude is ready for, I don't want to say he's going to be one of the better defensive tackles in the NFL because that's a lot of pressure on the guy. But that's kind of what I'm feeling.
That's where he can head. That's the destination that he's on right now.
So that means that guys in Wall Street need to go ahead and have Adam Peters come and sit down and tell them what they need to invest in. Because somehow, he knows how to go out there and get guys in the 7th round that can pay dividends. And a guy like Kinlaw, who was a first rounder, right? He was up there.
He was a first rounder.
That people just felt like, he
not living up to it.
And he like, no, I still see it. I see it in him. He gonna, guess what? When I'm putting him around the right kind of guys and the right kind of coaches,
that's a great point.
Yeah, we can redo this whole thing and make this thing do what it's supposed to do. Well, I had him on my list too.
It's almost like you're an angel investor. Yeah. Like you invest in a company and then you put your time in, right?
Yeah.
And then you've now developed them.
I hear you, Nas. I hear you. Angel investor.
So anyway, and then the two guys I just threw out there are, and I think they're a little bit lower, but Bill. Curious to see what that looks like.
Dollar Bill.
Trey Amos. Just put those two out there.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
Listen, I believe in what they call special circumstances. I felt like...
why did that sound so weird coming out of your mouth?
It did. My tongue got hit.
A little bit. He almost bit it.
Look, Tom Brady had that special circumstance where he...
That's hard to say, though. Special circumstance.
He didn't really start at Michigan, but he did.
Yeah.
But the guy he had in front of him, it was hard to start.
Drew Henson.
That's what I'm saying.
All right. So then he goes to New England with a ready-made team. All right. Defense is good. They can run the ball. And they give him 3 years to start where he don't have to carry the team. He get to learn how to play the position as he goes. Yes. So it just, and guess what? I looked at Dollar Bill circumstance and said, this boy he ain't playing senior year, but guess what they did? There's no tread on my tires.
Yeah.
I'm fresher than any back that's leaving out of college now.
Not only that, too, if you want to think about something that me and B. Mitch threw out the other day that was special about Dollar Bill, or Bill, however you want to call him, like when a kid get that knock on the door, whatever it is in college, like, hey, man, NCAA rules have kind of kicked you out the door and basically said you can't really play for this shit because of whatever you did. Yeah. That kid is distraught. That kid is saying to himself, man,
I'm finna leave campus.
I'm gone. Because I'm only here for one thing.
Yeah.
But for a guy like that to say, I'm going to sit here, I'm going to go practice on this practice squad and get these other guys better. And then maybe I'm going to have the potential to still go and play in a bowl game. Yeah. And not only am I going to play, I'm going to go out there and be the MVP. Yeah. That shows you where he's at mentally. Yeah. That shows you where he's at when it comes to just saying, like, look here, man, I'm thinking long. Yeah. I ain't thinking for right now. I'm thinking long. And I think if I put the work in now, it's going to pay me back. Yeah. That's how we say, whatever you put in, it comes back to you. Yeah.
Dude, I think that's a great. I love that story. I didn't know that. I did all the draft research on him. I didn't know that he chose to stay.
No, he practiced every day,
which is a testament to him, man. And I think it's paying dividends now. So that's our To the Moon segment.
To the moon.
And again, just I have to put this in as a disclaimer, just so you know. That is not financial advice in any way.
At all.
It is a bit for this show about this team.
At all.
If you think it's actual financial advice,
you ain't heard it from me.
It's not. Yeah. Just to be clear.
If you think you ain't heard it from me.
First of all, why are you tuning in to a football podcast for financial advice? All right?
I know Tana knows what he's talking about, and we talk about financial stuff all the time, but he's making metaphors.
We just put his name in a football stadium, not on Wall Street. Like a football stadium, all right?
So just in case, I know that said it all pretty good, Bitcoin, Tesla, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. It's not actual financial advice, all right? Okay, now we're on to the Packers preview.
Yeah.
And there was
the Packers of Green Bay.
Yeah. Are you going up to Green Bay? Or no, you're going up to Green Bay.
Y'all leave me.
Yeah, we can't take you anywhere.
So the question will it be chilly that night? Because they said it was 50 degrees last Sunday.
Oh, really?
It's going to Green Bay. Don't know what summer looks like.
Yeah, so it's going to be chilly.
As a person that played in the NFC North for a couple of years, it ain't a warm day in Green Bay.
Yeah.
That's why they make good cheese. Them cows stay cool.
I got to start thinking about my sideline winter fit. Yeah.
Better get you a little hoodie or something.
Yeah, get something going there.
It'll be hoodie season. It ain't quite coat season.
Yeah. So obviously, I think one of the biggest stories, there's a lot to talk about with Green Bay. I'm really excited to do this preview, is the addition of Micah Parsons. We'll start there.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I felt like during the process, everyone was kind of hating on him. Oh, like he's not this good or he can't do this.
Who?
And when I watched the film,
he's unbelievable.
I'm like,
who said he can't do
I feel like Skip Bayless is like he can't stop the run.
It was
and
Jerry
Stephen A.
Jones
Smith
putting out bad stuff because as soon as he put it out there, those guys took it and regurgitated it.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, if you watch ball and you watch film, I don't know if there's to me, and for my money, and I'm just one guy, he's the second most dominant player in the NFL defensively, outside of Myles Garrett.
Easy.
I actually think he's a little bit more dominant because you can use him more different ways.
Yeah.
You can stand him off the ball.
You can move him around.
But Miles, I know where Miles is going to be.
They started using Miles. The thing is, you can use Miles that way.
Yeah.
But I think Micah, they used him off the ball. They used him over the center. They used him over the guards. And when they started using Miles that way, he was defensive MVP. So that he can do it.
Yeah.
And that's why I still have Miles number one.
Gotcha.
But, dude, like his get-off, his play strength, the way he's able to, like watching him against Penei Sewell. Penei Sewell is maybe the third best right tackle, second best right tackle in football. And he had 3 pressures on him.
Yeah.
Which is hard to do against a guy who's that good. I can't tell you how many times I've seen Joey Bosa against Lane Johnson and Lane Johnson throws a clean sheet.
Yeah.
Like those elite tackles are in a different tier of guy.
Yeah.
And so you come out and you're just like, I just got to Green Bay. I just got to this defense. There's clips in this film where he's asking Lucas Van Ness, like, what do I have on this? And Lucas Van Ness is like,
just go.
you know?
Yeah.
And so for you to come in off of just some raw, I'm a baller stuff.
Yeah,
he's the
modern day Lawrence Taylor.
He's the best chaser, which all us chase on defense. He's the best chaser in the league, and meaning it ain't nobody he can't catch.
I also tell you that I don't know if his presence ignited everybody else to do it, but those guys was around when you caught the ball or ran the ball, everybody was around the ball. They was getting to the football.
So we're going to talk about this more in a second, but the one thing about this Green Bay defense is they have some serious draft capital invested in that group.
Oh, no. All of the one thing they do a great job is making their own show up for them.
Yeah.
Like they rarely, I think Xavier, the safety, is the only person that they, besides Parsons, that they went out and got. Like you got to realize, this is a team that said, you know what, we can afford to lose just Alexander.
Yeah.
Most teams can't do that. Like they was ready to move on from this guy. So yeah.
And they do this thing up there where they draft traits. Like there's certain guys, like when we do Ticket to the Draft, I do that with Jason in the offseason, and you kind of get like this team likes to do this. They draft traitsy defensive players. So Rashawn Gary, he's 6'6", 280.
Yeah.
He's a second round pick, right? I might have been a first round pick now that I'm thinking about it.
First round.
Devontae Wyatt, he ran like a sub 4.9 40, a 3 technique. He's over 320. Crazy, right? You got Quay Walker, who had the craziest athletic profile for an off-ball linebacker, right?
Yeah.
Edgerrin Cooper ran a 4.48 at the combine with 34-inch arms.
Yeah.
And absolutely hunts to the football. Lucas Van Ness is one of the largest human beings.
Iowa.
Yeah, right? He's a first-round pick.
Yeah.
Top 10. They have invested. They said, we want big, freaky, athletic dudes. And when you click on that tape, you throw Micah Parsons in there, and you're like,
they're even more freaky.
That is a bowling ball of butcher knives.
It looks like Halloween. Yeah. It's scary.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. So I think that's where I'm kind of like, it's going to be such a different challenge than the Giants.
No doubt.
Yeah, I would look at them and say Green Bay might be more physical than
just because stylistically who they have.
Stylistically, how they got, because when you look at a dual card, I see just this glaring athlete.
Yeah.
When I look at Rashawn Gary, I just see this mammoth of a man.
Yeah.
Like watching Rashawn Gary and Lucas Van Ness rush the passer, it's just like,
it's ridiculous.
It's like car accidents on the edge. Like it's like, we're going to be power rushers. We're big and strong. That thing collapses. Then you sprinkle a little Edgerrin Cooper in there. You sprinkle a little Micah Parsons in there.
Yeah.
Those are tough outs, man. And watching them on first and second down, being able to get into odd spacing, get into even spacing, have overhangs, play physical. Like Detroit Lions have been bullying people for years in the run game. And the Green Bay Packers are like, nah, dog.
Yeah, they didn't bully him, but it was encouraging, just to say the least, in the second half when you saw 5 starting getting a little yardage here and there, certain downs. Like when things slowed down for Detroit, you saw them being able to say, okay, we got some openings here. We gonna get some run. We got some run lanes here. So, but as you said, and as I was saying when I watched, I'm like, bro, it was 7 or 8 people to the ball every time it was a guy carrying the ball or catching the pass. Yeah. So they gonna fly around, and then with Micah Parsons with them.
Yeah. Also, they knew where Jared Goff was gonna be at.
Yeah.
They don't know where Jedi 5 gonna.
Oh, we know. I'm glad. Talk about it.
So this is what I'd say too. To this point, so everyone says, "Oh, what are they gonna do?" That sounds like a formidable front. You know what? The Giants were formidable, but the hurry up man killed those boys.
First of all, that tires us out on defense.
You see Dexter Lawrence, who had a good game. You see Abdul Carter, hands on hips, deep breaths.
Yeah.
They're trying to get the call in. Also, different formations. So to me, Detroit was like, "Hey, man, line in the sand. Let's just punch each other in the face."
No,
and they didn't realize what Green Bay
it was on Detroit. Like when I watched them play, I was like, there's nothing special about the offense.
It had no imagination to it. It just was
like they ran one, and you heard Romo and them say, "Oh, that's one of those Detroit plays."
Yeah,
and I'm like, yeah, because I've been watching this game for a minute, and I haven't seen nothing special. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and so what I'd say is think about Cliff. Think about how imaginative and diverse the formations, the personnel, the motions, the shifts were week one. Yeah. And you're doing that all in a hurry-up situation. Yeah. Like, you're not going to be able to
catch up with it.
Yeah, and so I think like that's where I'd say like this is going to be an interesting matchup from that standpoint.
And when we moving that fast as a defense, you're going to get used to our checks.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because we're going to check the zone. We're not checking the man.
Well, I'm glad can I ask you a question real quick before we get going? So one of the things I noticed when watching them, anytime they're in 3rd and 5, they are in absolutely disgusting defensive disguises. Yeah. So can you talk about why hurry up helps eliminate?
Changes all that. Yeah, all right, first of all, ain't no disguise. And I need to get to where I need to get to. Right now. All right, because they're moving. They're moving too fast. Yeah. And the first time that somebody get caught trying to disguise something and don't get where they supposed to be, the coach they're going to axe it. Yeah. We ain't doing that. All right, get to where you supposed to be. They moving too fast. We disguising ain't what we going to do. We can't hide with these guys. And I know this from the door because he's a running quarterback. They're going to try their damnedest not to turn their back to him. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, so there go your man-to-man coverages. You might well throw them out. Yeah. All right? Only time we going to see man-to-man coverage is 3rd and short or 2nd and short.
And that's one of the things that I feel like Jaden wants back from last week because they was playing those zones and he was throwing into those holes and it was just a tap behind.
Either,
you know what I mean?
Either too
so
far
now he can anticipate it a little more and just know like, okay, if you're gonna show me this, I'm gonna eat your pie. I'm gonna eat you alive because I saw this last week and like I was telling the guy, you know, normally as a receiver, I love when I start seeing defenses start trying to be honest because of our quarterback play. Because now you're getting us to come in running those ends, and before you know it, we're gonna give you a banana in the tailpipe. Yeah, I'm gonna get you to think I'm going in because you saw it last week. You saw the formation.
Double move.
You saw me make that foot, put that foot in the ground, and that safety gonna try to jump in and beat me there, and I'm gonna be right behind them. So, I mean, it's gonna be one of those things, and I feel like when you're playing against a team like this, we talk about it almost. It ain't checkers, it's chess. You know what I mean? It's coordinator against coordinator, OC against DC. Who's going to come up with the right kind of scheme for what you do best? Yeah. You know what I mean? To make you get out of what you do best, to make you play into our hands.
Well, here go the thing about it. Usually a defensive coordinator want to make you one-dimensional. Yeah. Whatever dimension that is, one-dimensional. And when I look at both of these offenses, I'm asking myself, if we make Jordan Love beat us with his arm, can he do it over and over and over again? Or does he need Josh, to run the ball to keep him from turning the ball over? Because when I say you make our offense one-dimensional, it ain't no such thing. Because if you make us drop back and pass, my quarterback is a runner too. You can't make us one-dimensional. We can make them one-dimensional.
And the Giants found that out.
You can't make us one-dimensional.
It'll be curious to see because they rush a little bit differently than the Giants. They're more of like a power. Obviously, they have the speed element of Micah Parsons. More power rush. Yeah. In the past, that's something Jaden's had a hard time with, right? Because, think about the Pittsburgh Steelers or back last year, Philly, right? They're really pocket compresses. There's nowhere for him to run away. Yeah. Be interesting to see if that plays any factor in it. The other thing is, like, I'm glad you brought up Jordan Love. Like, he's very talented. Yeah. He can spin that ball, multiple arm angles. I kind of wonder about what you're talking about there, if they run the ball so much, or they're a run-first team, because he's so confident in his ability, he'll give you a shot at the football.
No, if he keeps throwing the ball, one of those 10, so let's just say he throws 30 passes. He gonna get three. He gonna give us 3 chances. He gonna give us three,
good chances,
like legit chances to put our hands on the ball. And our guys are a little bit more careful in that way.
Absolutely, I think that's one of the things coming out of the Giants game that we didn't talk about. Is he doesn't turn the football over. Yeah. And when the defense is playing as well as they're playing, as long as you possess the football offensively,
move the chains.
No mistakes, move the chains. It's okay to punt. Yeah. Right. I'm not sure Jordan Love gets that all the time. Yeah. Like he's trying to win every down. Yeah. And that's not always the best way to play the quarterback position. You got to think more globally, more long term. And again, he made some plays, man. He has a beautiful touchdown pass to Tucker Kraft in this game. Yeah. He has a great out ball to Reed. To Reed. And deep down the field.
That play to Dobbs. Yeah.
Yeah. And so when you look at their offense, it's funny because he only has under 200 yards passing. They're under 70 yards rushing. Yeah. They only ran 48 offensive plays, but Jordan Love was just able to hit
all effective.
Enough strikes, and it's probably, when you go back and look at it, it's probably 7 plays that get them in field, like get them in the red zone. They're, you know what I mean? Nothing crazy.
But if you think about it too, that's just what Kyle Shanahan offense was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna have some bangers in here. When I say bangers, it don't mean it's gonna be 100 yards, but it's gonna be something that you can score on.
Yeah.
And we gotta hit them. And if we hit them, you see the guy putting the hands up. But we don't, then it's gonna be, we're gonna have to go on and find another way. So that's what I saw. I saw they had that play where Reed was he was almost at the tight end position, and they basically gave him a little pick from way inside, and he ran. I mean, easy. I mean, normally I don't know what you guys do when y'all see that, because I remember last year we was talking about that with one of the cornerbacks who's now, I don't think he's here no more. No, I don't know if it was St. Jude. I think it was.
Davis?
It might have been Noah, but might have been St. Jude's too.
Yeah.
But we kept saying, why they keep trying to play man and run underneath
and
that?
they should be boxing.
They should box it off. Remember, you kept saying that. Box it. We used to box it. Me and Sean, man, we'll see this. And I'm like, if he come out there to you take him. I'm going to take your man.
Yeah.
And so when I saw that, I'm watching film, I'm like, I had to slow it down. I say, let's see if they stay pressed. They stay pressed.
Yeah.
And the guy from the inside, way in here, trying to run underneath. This guy coming
You're not gonna get
It's
that.
impossible.
Yeah. Also, the other thing, and I'm going to talk about this on the film breakdown show we do this week, is that they do the Detroit Lions, I think, are a pretty good proxy for the Commanders' defense.
Yeah.
Is that they want to play a lot of man in Detroit.
Yeah.
We want to play a man in Detroit.
Yeah.
And here in Washington. And what I'd say too is they showed a lot of the ways they diagnose coverage. So if I'm Dan, if I'm Joe Witt, I'm like, hold it until because they're going to check to this man beater, and we're going to shift to zone,
and I'm gonna go to straight zone
because on the broadcast, like of the Giants game, Fletch was talking about in the red zone we've been man, and on the last play of the game,
then we went cover two,
and there's 2 guys on that ball, and again, like, just as a coordinator, that's awesome. Knowing when to throw that pitch. And now you have all this data on Detroit. You want to play man? So let's play man. Let's do our thing. But when we see these little motions and shifts.
When you tighten up the formation, like this should be alert this week.
Alert, I was like, alert.
If that wide receiver is 2 feet away from that tight end, we checking 2. Are we checking 4? Like, I'm going to make you kind of play into my left. I'm not gonna play into your. I'm gonna make you be patient, because, like you said, he wanna win the game every play. I'm gonna make you just take that.
I think that's a great. I mean, that's a great way to play this game. I think. Hey, like, if we can stop the run and force Jordan Love to be patient, I think we got a great shot of winning this game, because I think it's awesome to watch him play. If you watch his highlight plays, man, you're like, dude, this guy's a baller.
I've been saying it.
He is gonna spin you one right in your chest. If he doesn't know the coverage exactly right. Let's talk about the other element of this offense, which I think is interesting. We talked about Jacobs. That's a huge feature of what they do. Really good player.
Josh Jacobs.
To me, the number one thing about this offense is there's no number one receiver. They've got 6 dudes.
They got the dude, too, who they drafted from Texas. Goldman.
And the tight end that are all capable of winning one-on-one matchups. They drafted him. And so I think I wanted to ask you this, Fred, and Tanner, you can comment on this too. How hard is it to defend an offense where there's no number one?
You got to be honest.
You
got to play everything honest. All 11 got to be ready. Because like you said, it ain't nobody that. Here go their third down guy. They're gonna get this guy third down. First down. This is no. This is. You play the right, I play the left. All us got a challenge today, and I think that's good for you to play probably a little bit more zone. Like, I'm going to play a little bit more zone, but you just have to play it honest. I don't think it's harder. I don't think it's easier, but it's one of them things where everybody just got to be ready to play, which hopefully everybody ready to play every game.
Well, I said this from a receiver perspective, and I've been on plenty of teams when it wasn't just me. It wasn't just about me, and you've been on these teams with me. If you speed my quarterback up, voila. He has to know who to throw it to next. So if you give me a sticky enough coverage on the outside, and it don't have to be perfect, just be there. And you get somebody in his face to make him get off one read and have to get to another read, that's how you cover all those guys. Because guess what? He's not going to find that second and third guy. He's going to go to either that safe guy or the check down. And that's, to me, I've been in more situations than that in the game than I've been in a game where we were just freely out there running our routes and getting the ball. You know what I mean? Like, and I felt later in my career when I was with Shanahan, that was the only time that I felt like every guy that number was called had a chance to get his ball because there was always something else going on that made the defenses pump their brakes. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when you got a guy at quarterback that if you pressure him and he can't get to that, and I'm not saying just about Jordan Love because I think he's tremendous. I have seen him late in seasons kind of show us what we're talking about getting, throwing interceptions and just, trying to find a way to get out of something if he don't see it clearly or cleanly. But if you give him a sticky enough coverage on the outside, get some guys moving around where you get a free guy too. He got to speed up. That's the way he don't get to that banger. That's the way he don't get to that home run hitter.
I think we have to when we have guys that it's a group we playing against and not singular. We play more formation recognition.
Yeah.
We playing more against the formation than we are the personnel.
That's an interesting point.
Yeah, the formation going to dictate how and what we do, not the personnel.
Yeah.
So this is the last question for this segment for the preview and this is maybe an unfair question because I think this is how playoff teams are.
It was 90 tackles.
Can't let it go.
He hurting. It's hard. Ain't stop beating since we done told him the truth.
Is this the most well-balanced team we're going to play this year? Offensively, defensively, is this the most well-balanced team? Because on watching the first game and watching some of their stuff from last year, it feels like that a little bit.
And special teams too. If you look at special teams, the way they can get out there.
I can't say they're playing Philadelphia twice a year.
I'm not saying the whole year, but I'm saying thus far in our season. It's only week 2. It's only week 2, so yes.
But I think that that question, that's how playoff teams are.
Yeah.
Usually is they're really well balanced. So
they are.
Look at Baltimore,
and
look at Buffalo, look at Kansas City Chiefs, look at Philly.
But the good thing about it is, I'm glad we're playing them now. Because they can't, their home field advantage, their true Green Bay home field advantage will not be there this week.
And I'm going to tell you like this, they going through the same growing pains we going through, man. It's a short week, and it's a primetime game.
Yeah.
Somebody going to ride, somebody ain't.
Yeah. So I'm one of them things, I think Green Bay is way around it, Philadelphia way around it, Kansas City is way around it. I think the Chargers.
They look great. It's week 1. I'm a big don't overreact to week 1 guy.
Yeah.
But they look good.
I'm just saying, the Chargers is a well-rounded team, and I love this unwritten battle that's going on between Coach Harbaugh
and the rest of the league.
No, not the rest of the league, and the Raiders head coach.
Carroll.
Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll hate on Harbaugh no matter what he do. Harbaugh go to college, Pete Carroll go back to college. Harbaugh go to the AFC West, Pete Carroll go to the AFC West. Hey, he went to the 49ers. Pete Carroll went to Seattle. Pete Carroll is a one-man wrecking machine when it comes to the Harbaugh brothers. That's why I love him.
Yeah. That's funny. So I think that's going to do it for our preview. Now, time for a fan favorite segment.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Hell no.
That's good. All right. Jordan Love will throw an interception. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I think because I'm going to do it because he didn't throw nail last game. You know one is coming.
Yeah.
We just like me as a corner, if I go 3 games, I'll be like, I ain't gave up. I ain't been getting burned.
I just feel like it's one of those games where guys try to rise to the challenge or rise to the moment, and I feel like I watched enough of Jordan Love that he's good. He knows he's good, but he gonna want to be great.
Yeah,
and he gonna rise, and we gonna be sitting there like this.
Hey, and you know how the new pretty girl that come to the school, she getting all the attention. Jaden is that new pretty girl getting all that. I got the one up him at home.
He gonna try to put on more lip gloss.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lord
gosh.
So hell yeah.
Interception.
This one I think is really interesting. Payne and company will stop the run under 100 yards for the Green Bay Packers. Detroit Lions held them to 78.
I have a lot of respect for my man Josh Jacobs, and
he's a good player, man.
It's hard to say no because if you saw this game, how Jordan Love had 150-something yards in the first half, but he ended with 188 because in the second half, they let Jacobs run the ball.
Yeah.
So depending on how they run the ball with him out the gate, he can easily get 100 yards. You know what I mean? It's just all about how things are flowing. So I'm gonna say hell no. Hell no.
I'm gonna say he ain't getting no 100.
I don't want him. But look, that don't dictate whether they win or lose.
No,
either,
it doesn't.
You know what I mean?
It doesn't. But I say no. I say hell no. He doesn't get that on big 100.
I'm gonna say. It depends on whether you buy into the defensive line, how good they were.
I buy
into it, but I don't know if I could just say Jacobs don't get 100. So
to your point, he's a true bell cow back.
Yeah.
A guy that can do it any week, right?
Yeah.
He rushed for 1,400 yards a couple years ago, right?
Yeah.
He's a beast. I'm going to say hell no. I'm going to trust that we got it.
I'm going to trust the guys.
So, no, y'all saying hell
no.
We'll stop the run. Okay, so I got to say hell yeah, he get 100?
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Okay, but I will say this. If our D-line play like they played last week, I'm with you guys.
Yeah. So I think that's good. That's where it's interesting because he's a good player, and they're going to give him a lot of touches. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, Bill,
Dollar
will score another TD.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like a hell yeah.
Yeah, I would say because if we get to the goal line, I think he is
the guy.
Because it ain't Eckler.
Yeah.
It's going to be Dollar Bill.
I feel like he has something, man. I feel like he's
even
one
if
of those
that's a
guys.
1 yard run, he going to get a touchdown.
I feel like he's one of those guys too, man. He like that one that he sprung for 40-some yards. He wasn't even comfortable when he got outside because he had to do so much to get straight.
Yeah, he couldn't run.
It's one thing about being a runner. If you get out of there and you're not really like comfortable where you can just open up, he couldn't open because he had a guy there, so he's trying to protect the ball and make sure he can get upfield.
And he's stiff arming. It was
man, he get a chance where he can open up, man. This guy, he's one of them home run guys. He's one of those guys that you want a big play. We ain't gotta methodically, move this ball up and down the field. He's one of those guys you can get him. You can see him going 40. You blink an eye. He's already.
This is. I got a question for you because you like watching people move around. You got a good feel for it. He seems like a really good accelerator. It's like a really good 60-meter runner.
Yeah. He ain't a 100 runner.
But does he have enough for
He don't have that. Deshaun Jackson. I'm just calling these names out. Tyreek Hill. Most of those. The reason why I'm calling these names out, and I shouldn't even use Deshaun because I don't even know if Deshaun is deceptive. He built up.
He don't put no effort into it.
Put it like this: as a running back, I'm gonna find a guy. Somebody.
He glides like Arian Foster.
He has that initial high, but not that high. You know what I'm saying? Like
Alvin Kamara. He runs very similar to Kamara.
It's a out the gate, I'm out.
Yeah.
But he that's his last. That was his last.
I'm curious to see him get in.
So you got that banshee, then you hit that he got that, I got I'm gonna throw it down right now, baby. I got
so I kind of wonder if he's gonna hit explosive runs, no doubt. But can he take one from 60 as well?
I want him to hit. We will be able to see. Because we don't really know.
And then the thing about running is an art. You don't always have to be the fastest to get to the dust. You saw Jay Rice do it for years.
Yeah.
So you got to understand how to run out of angles by using their angles against you.
Them,
So when you see a guy that he got a little hollow with him, you let him go on and be too wild and trying to chase you down. Now I'm going to cut across your face. You know what I mean? You can't turn around and run that fast. You know what I mean? So I used to always tell guys, I was never the fastest, but
you was.
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying this when it's a lot of guys across the league probably had 4 twos lower than me, but I can get out and then I can turn on. By that time, it's over. You see what I'm saying? But it's guys that I know on defenses that was fast, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get you one of these. You notice how I used to always spin off.
You might have been the fastest guy I ever played with. Now that I'm thinking
I can run, bro. Deshaun played with you. You played with Deshaun.
He gonna say, I
couldn't
run that good. But
you saw one of my homeboys who was up here this week in high school. We was 2 receivers. They used me for the slants and the ends. I did go run some go routes, but he was the post. Go.
He just matured faster. That's all it was.
By the time I got to college,
I'm literally trying to think if I played with anybody that was faster than you, on offense, and I don't think I.
No, I don't think I did either.
You played with D-Jack, so D-Jack.
Is he faster than you?
I believe so. I thought he was faster than me.
By
the time we got together, I was much older.
So but I'm saying when you were I
don't know. Because I know
you was quicker than DJ.
40 probably was faster than everybody. I had the fastest 40 come out in our class.
I'm saying
40, 60. That's all I need to run. On the football field.
Now, I did play with Troy Williams,
I just think
who ran fast, but he just he couldn't stop.
So the guy Jay Gutter, Jonathan Carter, who was up here, he was faster than me. He played with me with the Jets. He was a longer runner. If he had to go 200, 100.
I just think it's kind of diabolical. You said you weren't that fast.
But see, this is the difference because Fred always bring it up. most of those guys was fast. They wasn't quick and fast.
Yeah, they wasn't both.
So I had other things that got me to where I was trying to go.
Okay, last one. Hell yeah, hell nah. Jaden Daniels will have 350 plus yards
Total.
That's a lot of yards.
But I think he had like 320 this last week and we didn't even bat 9.
Yeah, he didn't sweat.
Total. Yes. Hell yeah.
You know, only reason I'm gonna say yes. This guy got a. I've been saying he got a thing for prime time.
Yeah.
He got a thing for big games. He saves his best shit for the big game. So I can say maybe 70 rushing.
Be legit.
And then what they put him at 280 passing?
Yeah.
I look at it like this, man.
Yeah, because
it's a huge day.
Because I think it's a Terry game.
Yeah.
So if Terry getting off and Debo just do what he did last week.
Yeah, that's a whole lot. And then you got Ertz to say, I need a safety net.
Yeah.
And Ertz feel like he didn't ball out.
You know what's crazy though is if he hits that one to Terry, he's got his 350 right there.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Bingo.
One play.
And everyone asking me, oh, Terry got to get that. If you really watched that, because I watched it, Terry slowed down and looked back. He didn't think he was getting that ball and saw it coming and then tried to turn it on.
Yeah.
That I hate being in them positions as a receiver because I let him down. I should have just kept running and expected the ball. And he didn't know. And that goes from not having that time and building that chemistry.
Yeah.
So they'll get back on track.
Yeah. So I think that's going to do it for today's show. I am incredibly excited.
I cannot wait for the Packers of Green Bay.
Yeah. Oh, and Jason just said he had 301 yards versus the Giants. Jaden did. So
on a bad outing.
I hate Jason Johnson.
On a bad outing. That's a wrap.
But really excited. Please make sure you like and subscribe wherever you get your shows. And can't wait to do the review of this game next week.
Let's do it.
I get it.
The Command Center podcast was filmed at the Big Bear AI Command Center studio. Big Bear AI offers mission-ready AI for a rapidly evolving world, proudly protecting the Washington Commanders and its fans.